channel, everyone. Today we're going to be trying out Too Faced Pomade and a Pencil Brow Sharper and a filler. This runs for $23. They came out with 8 different shades, and basically it's supposed to be a 3-in-1 product, okay? It's supposed to be a mixture of a pomade, brow gel, and a brow pencil. It's supposed to be really creamy, really easy to use. It's supposed to give us a natural looking brow, and it's supposed to be waterproof with a long wear of 36 hours. I know, that's a really long time. Cruelty-free, paraben-free, and as you guys can tell, I've not dried my brows, so I'm really excited to dive on in and try this out. But before, girl, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help out my channel. And as always, let's dive on in and try this out. In case you have not seen the packaging to this brow pencil, let me show you. It basically looks like a pen, to be really honest. And I personally like it because the packaging just looks really different than anything that I have seen. So the pointy part of the brow pencil is basically the pencil itself. So let me quickly show you. And it does have a slight angle to it. I find it to be fairly thin, but at the same time not too thin, so I feel like it's going to be really easy for me to draw in my brows. I'm really familiar with a brow pencil like this one. This one reminds me of the ABH Brow Wiz because it does have a slight angle, and even though this is a micro brow pencil, I don't find it to be too thin all at the same time, so I don't feel it's going to take me a long time to draw in my brows. This is automatic, so all you have to do is twist the little handle to it for the brow pencil to rise to the top. And so far, by swatching it in the back of my hand, I do like the pigmentation to it. It doesn't look like it has a weird reddish undertone to it. It looks like it has a nice natural brown shade to it. And the shade that I picked up, by the way, I purchased this online, is in medium brown, which is always the shade that I always pick up. And as for the other end, I personally like the little top to it. It has a little shape of a heart, the little cap to it, the color of it matches perfectly with the color shade that you're picking up for your brow pencil. And it does come with the spoolie, like I mentioned you guys before. I feel like the spoolie is a really good size. It's not too short. The bristles do feel nice and stiff, but at the same time not too stiff and kind of scratchy, but really nice and soft. So I feel like this will be really nice to comb through your brows, or even after you're drawing your brows, to kind of blend out the product evenly throughout your brows. You can definitely use this. So far I personally really like it. We'll obviously see once I draw in my brows. So of course, now we're just going to jump on in and draw in our brows. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I personally like to draw in my brows because, you know, I feel like I'm pretty good at doing it. It doesn't take me very long. I don't feel like I struggle too much. If I'm under a lot of pressure and I'm rushing through my day, yes, then it will become a hot mess, and I'll definitely be, you know, trying to fix my brows and apply a little bit of concealer or powder to kind of, you know, smooth everything out. But generally, when it comes to drawing in my brows, I'm going to go ahead and grab my mirror, by the way. So if you see me looking down, it is because I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and it's kind of hard to film while doing your brows, but I'm gonna do my best. So I personally like to start in the corner of the brow and then lightly outline the bottom brow line of my brow, just kind of tracing everything. And then with the little corner of the brow, I like to do small hair-like strokes, kind of filling in those little sparse areas that I don't really have as much, you know, a lot of hair going on right there. And then anything that really I feel like needs to just be filled in, I'll go in lightly and blend that in. And every now and then I do like to pull my little spoolie and then just comb through my brows just to, you know, blend everything out and just get a good idea of how my brows are looking, just because I don't want them to look really, really harsh, or at least I typically try not for them to look so harsh and bold. At least I try. And then once I'm done doing that part, at least the front part of my brow, I will go to the top and slightly outline my brow. And I always like to give a little slight arch to my brow at the same time, because this little corner area, I don't really have a lot of hair in that little spot. So I try to, you know, create my own brow. And usually what I like to do is I like to line the little pencil to my brow, like right over here. This is generally where the brow should start. And then the corner bridge of the brow right over here, I like to center it, and that should be the arch. And then where my brow should end is typically where it ends from the corner of the eye to the spoolie, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I feel like I've done this so many times, so I kind of know where my arch is and everything like that. Now I'm going to go in and lightly color in the brow, doing small little strokes just because I don't want to overdo it and I don't want it to be too pigmented, but at the same time I do want them to be nicely shaped. And then if I want to go in a little bit more on the bottom to thicken it up a little bit, I can by just going in. But typically, that is basically it, you guys. I will just go in with the spoolie, blend everything out, look really closely if I missed any spots. So far, I don't notice any issues drawing in my brows. I feel like they're looking really natural. I feel like the shade is working really well. And so far, it doesn't look like it has a weird reddish undertone, which is one of my biggest pet peeves. But so far, it's looking really, really good. Comment down below on your thoughts on how my brows are looking. Let me give you guys a quick side-by-side comparison of how they're looking. So this is the before. This is the before and this is the after. So after I draw them in, and that's super, super fast, really, really easy. I feel like drawing in my brows, at least for me, doesn't take me very long, thank God, because everything else I feel like it takes me a while. And now for the left side of my brow, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for the right. So I'm gonna go in and lightly outline the bottom of the brow line. And then I typically drag the little tail end a little bit farther out than the other. Usually the other I don't really pull it as much, but this one I do just because I feel like one brow is shorter than the other. So this is the brow that's a little bit shorter, and so I dragged it just lightly, and then I like to go in and lightly color in the brow in any of those sparse areas, doing hair-like strokes. A long time ago, you guys, I did laser hair removal on my face, and they also did in the center of my brow, just because, girl, your girl hair is really, really hairy. And so when I did, they kind of went overboard with the laser hair removal on the left brow. So I always have to go in and drag a little bit more of the product and draw in a little bit more of a brow to the left side. And so once I have done that, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same, outline at the top of the brow really lightly to kind of outline everything, and do a little slight arch, and then bring the brow or bring the product down, and then shade everything in, doing little hair-like strokes. So I just finished drawing in my brows. Let me give you a quick up close clip of how my brows are currently looking, and to be really honest, I feel like they look really, really good. I really love the formula of this brow pencil, you guys. It's really creamy, really pigmented all at the same time. I love the undertone to this brow pencil. I find it to be like not too brown but not too taupey. It's a perfect in between. I feel like my brows look really natural. They don't look too dark and harsh and defined, and it was really easy to blend out this product once I drew in my brows to kind of, you know, blend everything out. And even combing through my brows before I drew them in, it was really, really nice. The spoolie definitely came in handy. I like the packaging. It reminds me of a pen. It definitely stands out from all the other brow pencils that I have currently in my collection, and I really like that they came out with 8 different shades. I feel like everyone will find something that will work really well for them. And the price point, $23, I feel like it's fairly priced for a more higher end brow pencil. I feel like, what is it, the ABH Brow Wiz brow pencil that I personally really love, I think it's price point between $23 to $26 if I'm correct. So I feel like $23 is fairly priced. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, if I missed anything, comment down below, ask. I'm always here to help. Also, let me know what you think of my brows, how you think they're looking. Do you like the brow pencils so far, just by, you know, what I've shown you so far? Also, everything will be linked down below. Keep in mind those are affiliate links. I do make a small commission off of your purchase using those links, so I just want to disclose that with you. And as always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you all in my next video. I love you all so, so much.